Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing well. I'm Mohammed Al Iftikhar. I'm from Bahawalpur. I'm doing LLB in part second. So today my topic of discussion is smoking, its causes and effects. Smoking, the act of inhale or exhale any kind of plant material through a pipe or a cigarette or cigar. The marijuana and hashish also include in it is also called a smoking. This act of is called smoking. Causes of smoking. There are various sorts of causes of smoking. The first, lung cancer. It causes lung cancer because when we inhale smoke cigarette, the nicotine and 50 carcinogens also include in a cigarette smoke. It also harmful for our lungs. When we inhale the smoke, when we inhale the smoke, it enter into the lungs and it carry cancer in our lungs. The next one is heart diseases. Um, it also affects the lungs as well as our heart. Stroke, asthma. Asthma is also included in it. In lungs disease. Reproductive effect in women. Diabetes, COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease is our lungs disease. When we inhale cigarette smoke, it also carry a harmful substances and many hazards chemicals are included in it. So it also harmful effect for our organs. Why do people smoke cigarettes? There are various aspects of humans to also smoke cigarettes. The first one is peer groups. The peer groups in which your friends they also encourage you to take a cigarette smoke, and mostly teenagers also doing smoking. When they doing smoking, they thought all the people's many people's also smoking. Why don't have not? The smoking industry also encourage the youngsters and the marketing to clever to doing smoking. There are many techniques of the in smoking industry marketers. They have given the free samples of cigarettes like flavors, vapes, and much more. Parent influence, the pressure of parents in home when a student or a person also also pressure of our parents and they do smoking. Media influence, genetic factors and stress factor. When a person in a stress, they release stress and doing smoking to release their stress. In cigarette smoke, the chemical dopamine. When we inhale smoking, the dopamine also include in it. When we inhale, the brain the dopamine release dopamine, and we also feel when we also feel active and is it? Why do teenagers smoke? The fact is peer groups in which their friends and some pressures like smoking industry companies also encourage the teenagers to do smoking. When the person do smoke, they have they thought that the other person also doing smoking in the society, the person also do smoking, the pressure of peer groups. Why does the Quran say about smoking? The Islamic views on tobacco vary by region. Though tobacco or smoking is general, not explicitly mentioned in the Quran or Hadith. Contemporary scholars have condemned it potentially harmful and it prohibited smoking. In Quran and Majid, the smoking there is no there is tobacco is not generally mentioned in the Quran or Hadith because Islamic scholars also have condemned potentially harmful in all the substances in which in tobacco included in it, they are harmful, and the smoking and tobacco smoke also declared haram in Islam. Smokers, there are various the average of smokers in whole world. CDC recommends that states spend 12% of those funds on tobacco. They spend 12% of funds on tobacco. In 2021, 11.5% of US adults also doing smoking. An estimated 28.3 million people currently smoke cigarette. Currently, 28.3 million people also smoking. 13.1% of men, 10% of women. Noran is the country has the highest rates in the world at 52.1% smokers are there in this country. Prevention from cigarette smoke. There are various types of preventions from try nicotine replacement therapy. This is a therapy in which we nicotine replace nicotine and to do smokers also vary and to prohibit it, smoking. Avoid triggers, chew on it. When you also thought you are crave smoking and you also chewing gum and you chewing gum bubble gum like etc. Get physical. You also do physical activities like cycling, sports like football, cricket, and jogging, much more. Try relaxation techniques. You also take relax and you also sleep at 9 hours at a day. Change your habits. And you also prohibit those habits which also harmful for your health, and change your habits, and you also convert into good habits like you offer prayers and get physical activities and much more like this. Thank you so much. It's all my presentation. If you have any questions, so please ask.